I'm Dan, and this is the Sky Pilot Report. We're following the escalating situation in the Middle East. President Trump authorized a series of strikes across multiple Iranian targets. The Pentagon is describing the mission as laser-focused to destroy nuclear weapons and missile production capabilities, the very same capabilities that 7 months ago Trump announced had been completely and totally obliterated, which is an astonishingly efficient rebuild. Frankly, if they can actually reconstruct a totally obliterated nuclear program in 7 months, perhaps we should hire the Iranians to renovate the East Wing. It would be done by Tuesday. Okay, but enough about that. Here at Sky Pilot Report, we don't speculate, we investigate. And today we have a network of confidential sources, individuals risking their careers and safety to provide us with real motivation, real insights behind this massive military operation. All right. We have our first insight coming in, and they've linked it up to the monitor here. Let's see if I can get up. Yes, we do. This is from a source deep within congressional Democratic leadership, and they're telling us, okay, they're calling the primary purpose of the attack on Iran, it's a tactical diversion to shift the American gaze away from the newly unsealed Epstein files. Okay. Partisan, predictable, not exactly groundbreaking, but we're not going to stick with that. We're moving on. We have an update from someone currently inside the White House press room, and we're keeping them strictly anonymous. If the administration found out who was leaking this information, they'd be escorted out faster than President Trump can kick a ball into the fairway while his caddy isn't looking. Let's see what the word is on the floor in the press room. Okay, it looks like, it looks like they're saying that the off-the-record general consensus within the press corps is that the president pulled the trigger specifically to drown out the headlines regarding his name appearing in the Epstein documents. Okay, 2 for 2, a bit repetitive, perhaps, but let's get the real deep throat of this story. Finally, a contact deep inside the White House, someone tied directly to the president's inner circle. We asked this source for the long game. The source is telling us that there is no long game. The objective is to simply keep the Epstein crisis out of the news cycle for as many hours as possible. Okay, folks, there you have it. Not exactly revolutionary journalism. We did our best. It seems everything the president does recently points to the one simple motivation: avoid any explanation as to why his name occurs in those files. Stay tuned. After the break, we will no doubt return with some new shenanigans from the president. He'll do anything to change the subject away from the files that describe a cabal of wealthy international men trafficking and abusing underage girls. Files in which his name comes up more than any other person on the planet. I'm Dan Matthews, and today has been the Sky Pilot He Really Only Has One Motivation report. We'll be right back.